Drop this bass.
What is up, everybody? It's your boy Tabasco HD, aka the Squeaky Floorboard, and today I have a pretty long and slow free-for-all gameplay. I went back on Advanced Warfare to try it out, and honestly there weren't that many people on, so that's why this game is pretty slow, but it works out because we have a lot to talk about today. And first off, what we're gonna talk about is a picture that Infinity Ward tweeted out, and it was a Happy New Year's picture that they posted on, obviously, New Year's. And it's this person in the space outfit, and if you look on the name tag, it says K Mosley, which obviously stands for Kyra Mosley from Call of Duty Ghosts. Now, this is honestly, in my opinion, pretty bad, because I didn't like Ghosts too much, and this is kind of like, I guess, an Easter egg, saying that Call of Duty Ghosts 2 is the next Call of Duty that we're gonna see. And now let's just jump to conclusions, and let's say that I thought way over that, and that's not actually what they meant by that. And probably the best Call of Duty that I feel and the fans feel that they could put out is, let's, I guess, call it Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the Complete Edition. And what I mean by that is they take the best aspects from each Modern Warfare and put it all into one game. And some people obviously are thinking, oh yeah, that would be fucking awesome. Some people would probably be like, Modern Warfare 3 wasn't that great and all. But think about if you take, like, the mechanics from Modern Warfare 2 and everything else, and you just apply it all and mix every single one of those together to make this, like, what I would call a perfect game. And so, let's get right on into that. Starting off the campaign, I personally don't play the campaign that much, so I had to do some research on this, on what people thought were the best missions. And so, for Modern Warfare 1, what I found out is missions that they could pull, and feel free to add in the comments if I miss anything, but the 3 missions from Modern Warfare 1 that they could add into this complete package would be One Shot, One Kill, All Gillied Up, and the Mile High Club. Those 3 missions seem to stand out to everyone, and I've personally played those missions, but it's been a while, so I don't completely remember them that well, but I remember having a great time with that campaign. Now, for Modern Warfare 2, this is where most of the missions would come from, and those missions would include missions like the Gulag, Endgame, Loose Ends, No Russian, and The Enemy of My Enemy. All missions which everyone has seemed to enjoy in the past and would love to see redone with these new next-gen graphics. For Modern Warfare 3, the 2 missions that I would have put in are Dust to Dust and Blood Brothers. Those 2 missions seem to stand out the most online to people whenever I looked up the best missions from Modern Warfare 3, and so those are the ones that would have made the cut. Now let's get into multiplayer, the part that everyone cares about. And Special Ops, I would just leave that out personally. I never really played it, and it never seemed to get like the best reviews. So let's get right into multiplayer. The maps from multiplayer, for multiplayer that would probably make the cut are maps like Bog, Crossfire, Overgrown, Vacant, Shipment, Favela, High Rise, Rust, Scrapyard, Terminal, Trailer Park, Carnival, Invasion, Underground, Mission, Hard Hat, Village, Getaway, and Boardwalk. Now, I know that's a long list, and I'll be sure to put pictures up with every single map that I just listed out in case you missed one, but those always seem to be the best maps from like the past 3 Modern Warfares, and that is everyone seemed to love. And I like when I read those names, I remember moments from each of those maps and like things that I enjoyed playing on them, and just like certain clips that I might have gotten on them. And those maps just like they were so like, I don't know how you say it, I guess equal or balanced. Yeah, balanced. They were so balanced, and everyone always seemed to vote for them whenever they came up on the little map sheet. Alright, so now that we've talked about the maps in the campaign, let's get into the little stuff like the lethal grenades and tactical grenades. Lethal grenades, I mean, there's not much you can like say about that. It's gonna have to be what has already happened, and that's Frag, Semtex, C4, the throwing knife, and I guess Claymore would be a good one. And that's just because those have just always been like the most used in every Call of Duty, and the other ones just weren't really, they were there to like try something new, but no one really seemed to enjoy them. For tactical grenades, you got to keep it with the classic stuff, and that's concussion, flash, smoke, the EMP grenade, the trophy system, and I'm going to throw in the portable radar just because how useful that was in, like, I guess MLG scenarios and everything else. Now let's talk about perks, because I would say that if you're going to do perks, you got to bring back the pro system. That was so, like, it was so, like, well made in Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. So, for perk 1s, I would go with Sleight of Hand Pro, my bad, Extreme Conditioning Pro, Scavenger Pro, Bling Pro, Blind Eye Pro, Special ×3 from Modern Warfare 1, and Frag ×3. And if you don't know what those are, y'all, pretty much you get 3 times of your lethal grenades or 3 times of your tactical grenades to throw out. And those just seem like always the most used perk 1s, and the other ones, like, what was it? From Modern Warfare 1, it was like something where you could hear your enemies, like when they were near you, you could hear them talking on their mic. That was pointless, and no one really used that. But for perk 2, I would go with Stopping Power Pro, Overkill Pro, Lightweight Pro, Cold-Blooded Pro, Danger Close Pro, and Hardline Pro. Those just have the most use out of the game. And oh yeah, for perk 1, if you notice, I left out One Man Army. That's explainable. I know some people will complain about how that was so useful, but fuck you, NoobTubers. For perk 3, we got Dead Silence Pro, Sitrep Pro, Steady Aim Pro, Martyrdom, Scrambler Pro, and Commando Pro. Yes, Commando Pro, I want to see back. That knife lunge was so epic, and you could just hit people from like miles and miles away, and it was just great. For kill streaks, this was it was kind of hard. I pretty much went with what Modern Warfare 2 had to offer, and obviously Modern Warfare 1 kill streaks will be in there because those are just self-explanatory. But we have the UAV, the counter UAV, the care package, the Predator missile, the precision airstrike, the sentry gun, the Harrier strike, attack helicopter, emergency airdrop, the strafe run, Pavlo, stealth bomber, Reaper, advanced UAV, chopper gunner, AC-130, EMP, Osprey gunner, and the nuke. Yeah, those just seem to be, like, I guess the most balanced ones, and I left some out that I'm sure most of y'all liked, but I've made sure to put in, like, the most of everything. And I want to see them bring back the Specialist Strike package where you could get all your perks, just because that was just so useful, and I enjoyed using that way more than the kill streaks. Alright, let's get into the guns. For every single set of guns, I did my research into every Call of Duty and, like, averaged out how many, like, of each type of gun they had in the game. So for assault rifles, you would have to go with the AK-47, the M16, the M4A1, the FAMAS, the ACR, the FAL, the SCAR, and the M14. Those aren't in any particular order. Those are just assault rifles that stood out to me, that have been used the most, were like felt like the best, and just some that should be in this awesome Modern Warfare package. For SMGs, there's only 5 that made the list, and that was the MP5, the P90, the UMP45 from Modern Warfare 2, the Vector, and the Mini Uzi. Those are just classic Modern Warfare guns that just need to be reshown and revamped in this new game if they were to make it. I hope they're listening to this, because this game would sell out immediately. For the snipers, obviously you have to go with the Intervention, the M40A3 from COD 4, the Barrett 50 cal from Modern Warfare 2, the MSR, and I hate to throw this one in there, but it is a classic gun that you just have to have, and that is the Dragunov. As this clip comes to an end, I'm going to play another clip just so we can finish out this video. But here we have, it's like I joined this game late and I got it pretty close, but I didn't manage to win, but I don't think we'll finish the video, so it doesn't matter. So here's a little Black Ops 3 free-for-all sniping clip. Alright, so we left off on the snipers. For LMGs, pretty much COD 4 did it right. They got the best LMGs possible, and that would have to be the M60, the RPD, the MG4, and the SAW from COD 4. Those 4 LMGs, I don't think the MG4 was in COD 4, but anyway, you get the point. Those 4 LMGs, I mean, I'm not an LMG guy, I never really used them much, but I remember just people mowing people down with these LMGs, and I remember like how OP they were. I could never use them, but I know a lot of people did enjoy them, so those are the 4 LMGs that would make the game. For shotguns, there's actually a lot that made the list, and I think if they were going to remake it, they would make them a primary gun again, not a secondary, just because You know, I mean, it was cool in Modern Warfare 2, but at the same time, it was pretty overpowered having that intervention and the SPAS all in one without having to use overkill. If you wanted to have them, I guess you could use overkill. But getting into the shotguns, we have the SPAS 12, the Model 1887, the KSG, the W1200, the Striker, and the AA12. These shotguns have, like, I guess it's a variety of different kinds of shotguns you could use. That way you're not just stuck with a pump action or stuck with an automatic or a semi-automatic. This gives you a variety of kind of shotgun play you would like to use. Let's get into the secondaries, starting with the pistols. We have the USP-45, the Desert Eagle from COD 4, the M9, the M93 Rafficas, the G18s, and the FMG9s. Those have been the most used secondaries in every Modern Warfare, and I know people would love to see those FMGs 9s back in the 1080p 60 frames per second that the new generation consoles offer. Now for the launchers, I mean, it's pretty basic. You have the RPG, the Javelin, the Stinger, and the Small, and that's just because, you know, I was going to leave some of these out, but it kind of gives you a variety of different kind of launchers you can use. You have the lock-ons, the Javelin, which is crazy. It can lock on to like a floor or a vehicle, which was my favorite launcher of all time. For specials, there was only really one special that I could really throw in here, and that was the Riot Shield. If y'all can think of anything else that, like, you know, maybe they could add in DLC, that'd be pretty cool. Leave it in the comments below. Now for features, what I mean by this is, like, I guess glitches that you could kind of do in the Modern Warfares, but, you know, don't have them like overpowered, but something you can go into, like, you could go into private match and do with your friends. You know, don't, like, you can block it out on multiplayer, but keep it cool in private match so you can show off. But something that should be in multiplayer is the silent shots from Modern Warfare 2. Those are so epic to see when people got them on the game-winning kill cams, and I would love to see those, like, brought back, but, like, on purpose this time, you know. That would be so epic to see. And something else to add, from Modern Warfare 2 and COD 4, the shotgun jumps. Those were so cool to do in private matches with your friends. Just go get on, like, places that you shouldn't be able to get on. That was so awesome to do. But anyway, that was pretty much what I think should go into the next Call of Duty that comes out. I know it's still pretty early to talk about, but I figured if anyone's going to talk about it, might as well be me. But if you liked the video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, concerns, or anything, leave them in the comments below, and I'll be sure to get to them. I hope y'all enjoyed listening to this and agree with what I have said. Y'all have a great day.